A ghost story that sounds completely unbelievable but is entirely.
So whenever I was little, I could see ghosts a lot. Like I could talk to God. I could talk to ghosts a lot whenever I was little. But there's this one story, and it happened when I was 7 years old, and it's like one of the scariest stories ever. It traumatized me. I can't even walk into a room without closing the door behind me because I'm afraid it's going to slam before I even get to leave it. But anyway, what happened is my brother was babysitting me, and my parents took my little brother to the store. And so my brother was watching me, and he had all of his friends. They were all on the football team with him. They were all a bunch of jocks, that kind of thing. And so they're sitting around the table and playing the Ouija board. And I'm just a 7-year-old little girl. I'm running around it and yelling stuff into it. Hello, what's your name? Yelling all things like that. And my brother gets annoyed, and he makes me get in the corner in my parents' room. He grabs me by the arm and takes me to the room. And I'm terrified because we were just playing with a Ouija board, you know? Any little kid would be scared of that. But he takes me to the room and has me stand in the corner. And keep in mind, the door is right next to me. And then I'm in the corner right here. And then across the front door of by where I'm standing of the bedroom door is the bathroom door, which doesn't have a door, but it's a door frame, and then it leads into the bathroom. And this is my parents' room. And so basically, the door was leaning up against the door frame in the front bedroom door. And it was off the hinges. It was just leaning. And he moved it, had me get in the corner, and then he leaned it back up against the frame. I tell him I'm scared, I don't want to do it. I just let me come in there, I won't say anything else. And he says, no, I gotta stand here and face the corner. And so I'm standing there facing the corner, silent, minding my business, terrified, and the door slams, shuts, and locks into the frame. And I think it's him messing with me. I think it's him and his friends messing with me because how scared I was. No. And so I'm banging on the door. I don't know why I said he's banging on it, but I'm banging on the door, scared, hey, let me out. And they can't even hear me. They don't even realize. They're too busy laughing and playing with a Ouija board. But the lights start flickering in the room, and I start to realize it, and I turn around, and you remember that bathroom that I was talking about? There was this man, this thing. It was a man, but it's it was something more. It was so terrifying. But he I'll show you. So he was standing in, he wasn't standing. He was on all fours, and he was in the doorway like this, but he was smiling at me, he was looking at me. And then I turn and I start screaming and banging on the door let me out. And then he crawls at me. I don't want to show you because it's really scary, and I don't even think I can do that with my body. I couldn't even do that when I was 7. But my brother hears me screaming, and he runs, and he's banging on the door, and keep in mind, this door was just off the hinges, and linebackers are charging at it, and it's not budging. But I feel scratches on my back, I'm getting scratched. And my brother, he told me his side of the story. He said that he was putting screwdrivers in the door handle, the doorknob, trying to get it off, everything, and nothing would work, and this door was just off the frame. Sorry about my stuffy nose. Oh my god. But yeah, so he just hears me screaming. The door's not budging, so what they do is they go around outside, and I see them, I peek out the window to them because I see that they're trying to get around to me. And it's a double wide trailer that our house is basically. And so my brother pushes our friend, his friend, family friend, Carlos, up through the window, and I'm laying there on the ground. I'm just laying there on the ground. I'm unconscious or something. I don't really remember that part very much, but I remember being scratched up all on my back and him crawling at me. It was terrifying. It was so scary. I've told people the story so many times, and I still just get chills about it, or I'm scared to go into rooms by myself. It's a lot. But Carlos came through the window, and he picked me up from the ground and carried me out of the room. And then my brother saw the scratches all over my back. He got in trouble with my mom, and my mom, she'll say that it's not true, but she didn't believe us at first. She didn't, and then she went to the school and found out her own little information and found out that there was a man that lived in our house named Ron who killed his kids because they were misbehaving, and then killed his wife because she came home and saw what he did, and then he killed himself in the room where that happened. He killed himself in the room that I was standing in the corner, my parents' bedroom. Yeah, that's just one really big ghost occurrence that I've had. But I've had so many other than that.